Thanks for joining us on the WWL app. The time now is 1:02 and the latest information on Tropical Storm Bertha has come in within the last 20 minutes. Our 1 p.m. intermediate advisory showing a generically weakening system. The winds are now down to 45 miles an hour. We've seen the speed pick up by 1 mile an hour and the pressure has also increased. So all good signs for our area. Right now the storm's located 60 miles east of New Orleans and we're going to be watching for a westerly shift as the storm continues to move inland and eventually southwest. So over the course of this afternoon and into the rest of the evening, you can expect minimal rain chances, some quick passing tropical showers, as well as gusts picking up anywhere to 20 to 30 miles an hour across most spots, more like 40 to 50 along the immediate coast and near the mouth of the river. Otherwise, our primary issue is going to be surge flooding concerns. And a lot of these areas are used to this kind of thing, but the forecast at this point is for 1 to 3 feet of surge inland and 2 to 4 feet of surge along our immediate coastal areas. The satellite and radar picture not looking super impressive. Once you take away the cloud cover, it really doesn't look very impressive on the radar picture. Now the cloud cover is nice because it's keeping us much cooler than we were yesterday or over the weekend. Here's the rain at this point closest to Galliano and Grand Isle. We've also got a couple showers here near the southernmost tip of the boot, not far from Buras. Otherwise, the city saw a couple of quick passing showers in the last hour, but now most of those have cleared and even Belle Chase is starting to dry out. Additionally, we'll see that dry air continuing to rip the system apart as we approach the rest of this afternoon to tonight. So some good news in terms of minimal impacts across southeast Louisiana. The precision cast consistently keeping clouds with us for the majority of today and a few quick passing rain chances on either side of the lake. When it's not raining, it will be a little bit warmer, but even into late tomorrow morning, we could still be dealing with a couple of quick passing downpours in parts of Terrebonne and Lafourche. All right. Our winds at the moment continue to remain in the teens to 20s, depending on where you're watching with us. We're up to 20 miles an hour at the Kenner rating and then the lakefront showing 26. So the gusts will continue to pick up as well. Some of those a little bit closer to 40 miles an hour. And that'll be the case as we head into the rest of tonight as we track the center moving further inland. Your wind gusts a little bit closer to the coast will be higher. And that's because the center of the storm is going to continue to shift a little bit further southwest. So you can expect those winds to pick up towards 40 miles an hour in Galliano as we approach this evening, maybe 65 to 70 mile per hour gust, a little bit closer to Grand Isle. As we move into early tomorrow morning, these could be lingering in a few spots. Port Bouchon's showing a couple 70 mile per hour wind gusts possible. And then we'll get into tomorrow afternoon and start to watch everything return back towards normal for this time of year. So our maximum wind gusts are going to be anywhere from 30 to 40 miles an hour, a little bit further west of where the center comes on shore. You can expect 35 to 45 in the metro at times, but especially down toward the coastline, and isolated locations may see 60 to 70 miles an hour through Grand Isle and Port Bouchon. Any area that you see included in blue here is under a tropical storm warning. That just means we can have tropical storm conditions from now until tomorrow. That includes all the way through Slidell, the lake, down beyond New Orleans, across parts of Lower Jefferson to Port Bouchon, and then even further west beyond Houma. So anything south of Houma in Terrebonne included in this as well. Our storm surge concerns will be the biggest problem of impact with this system. Just inland, you can expect 1 to 3 feet of surge. Along the immediate coast, 2 to 4 feet of surge. So we do have those coastal flood warnings and advisories issued in the areas you see green. Dark green is a coastal flood warning. The lighter green is a coastal flood advisory, and that surrounds Lake Pontchartrain. Our potential storm surge amounts are going to vary depending on location. Any area that you see included in white is part of the levee protection system. Otherwise, up and around Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Maurepas, expect about a 1 foot surge scenario. Down towards Lake Bourne, where the flood protection system would close the gates for that first line of defense to New Orleans proper, about a 3 foot surge. So not anything super unusual, but just a little bit of a reminder for all of those who have boats or any type of property they need to secure. Our 5-day rainfall amounts very minimal on the North Shore. We're going to see them below half an inch across most South Shore locations. They'll stay below an inch. So you'll notice these 1 to 2 inch totals are right along the coast itself. Otherwise, down into the open water, that's where we're going to have the bullseyes, anywhere from 10 to 15 inches possible. So thankfully, this system has stayed further south. Our live picture showing you all the clouds out there. It's definitely helping to keep us cooler. That's a big positive. And the gusts are a little bit of a breeze, which is nice too. Even still, it's so humid that our feels like temperatures are in the mid-90s to triple digits, but this is certainly better than a heat index value of 108 to 115 like we've been dealing with over the last few afternoons. So into the majority of this afternoon, it will still be hot and dry for most people. Our 7-day forecast resumes as normal beyond tomorrow morning. So the weather impact alert for impacts from Tropical Storm Bertha just with us today and throughout the morning hours on Thursday. We'll continue to see those much lower rain chances from the second half of Thursday into the start of next week.